Hey guys, how's it going? Companion. So last night I did some pretty awesome stuff with a fellow Hearthstone community member, ADWCTA. He's not a very well-known person because he mostly does some back-end stuff. He doesn't stream very much, doesn't make too much YouTube content, but he does do a little bit of each. But primarily, he's one of the guys behind HearthArena, and HearthArena is a site that allows you to facilitate picks in Arena, and he does a lot of research into Arena. He's really like one of the biggest Arena players out there. Just does a lot of research to try to make it so other people can have a more powerful Arena draft, and they can get a bit more insight into what's going on in Arena through his website, HearthArena, and through his kind of analysis of all the Arena cards. So it was quite a bit of fun to play with him last night. We ended up doing 2 Arena runs together, and we had a lot of back and forth. Overall, in the end, we drafted 2 absolutely horrible decks, so let's not deny that. But we did surprisingly well with them, and I thought there would be, a bit of stuff to learn if you guys are really interested in this kind of stuff. I'll link the full VOD for you guys if you want, because the whole thing was several hours. But primarily, I want to highlight one of the drafts, which was for a Warrior run. He's the person who started the Arena Warriors Matter thing, and understandably, Warrior is still basically the absolute worst of Arena, so it was pretty interesting to see how 2 people working on Arena can really like try to push it to the absolute limits with basically absolute garbage. And that's really the interesting part of Arena. Sometimes you're dealt a really shit hand, and you have to work really hard to make the best of it. And well, I think we did. The Warrior run ended with 7 wins, and we also did a Priest run right after that, which also was actually even more of a horrible deck. We absolutely did not get lucky at all in our drafts, and we stopped at the end of the night with the Priest run at 6-2, and I'll finish that a bit later. So, all in all, should be some very interesting stuff, some very educational stuff, making the best out of a worse situation. And, some of you guys can start to see that there is a pretty big skill factor when it comes to Arena. Yes, when it comes to evaluating like one Arena run or one game or that kind of stuff, it's basically a wash. It's not really a big deal. But when it comes to really making the absolute best decision in every moment, in the draft, in the game, when you have all these crazy random cards, because it is Arena, really the sky is the limit. Like there's no one person that can really say they're the best Arena player, because everyone has room to improve, and it's obvious when you have 2 people working on the same task that you kind of realize this when you immediately realize when you would have made a mistake, and it goes back and forth for both players. Also, keep in mind, I will include one of the draft processes in the video. It is like a 30+ minute draft, because we really took our time with the first draft, especially because it was Warrior. I will leave that at the end of the video after the games, because, well, on one end, I know some of you guys won't really care too much about the draft, even though I believe it might actually be the most educational part of the whole thing, but also because I'll kind of write some notes on who was right in some of our close call decisions between picking one card versus another. So enjoy the clips, enjoy the experience. Thanks so much for ADWCTA for coming on stream and basically providing this whole Arena duo experience to me and everyone else watching. And I really hope that you guys watching it here on YouTube will enjoy it at least as much as that. So enjoy the clips. Hope you guys learned something, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Okay, definitely tossing the 2 5s. No way you're keeping either of those 2 5s. We're going first.
It's true. Bomb Lobber's so good.
Yeah, but you can't coin it out. You
Yeah, we
want
can't
stuff to
coin it
actually
out.
play earlier.
No, you're right. You're right. I'm keeping the Flame Juggler for sure, though. Oh, we got a Worgen.
We gotta execute. This is good. Now,
Well, I think Execute is actually really bad. So is Battle Rage. I think both those cards are really bad, because
Battle Rage is awful right now, but I think Execute's fine, because you can just use it as a 1-mana like tempo play if you need to. Flame Juggler, hope for the best.
It's getting hot in here.
Nope.
I think we just pass.
Yep. Hero powers that.
Got a Silverhand Regent. I think we have to trade and play it.
Yep. We 2-for-1 ourselves, but it does give us a play the next turn.
Well, he also coined that out. It's not uncommon that we get 2-for-1 against the play that he coined.
See, he has a follow-up. He does not have a good follow-up. Perfect. If we hero power, we could get an extra 1/1, but if we Sun Fury protect it, he can kill off the 3/3 with a hero power, but then he needs another 2-drop. I think that's actually fine.
Yeah.
I'm
Attack,
okay with
attack
tapping.
in and taunt the 1/1.
Yeah, exactly.
Be purged.
We have such a small mana hand. We have to like get as much stuff on the board as we can without using our cards.
Reporting for duty.
Shields up.
And it's entirely possible he would just prefer to put down a 4-drop.
That might give us pretty nice options, actually. We might also just get swiped and lose the game. You know, a few things can happen. Yep, there it is. Oh. Well, the face hit puts us in a battle rage position, and that's a pretty sick top deck.
Next turn we probably have to battle rage.
Probably.
Depends on what we draw. We could draw another one of our 5-drops.
I am
Hopefully.
freed from the
Oh, that's great. He just... Alright. Is he actually not going to hit in? No, he's going to hit in. Alright. That's the right move for him.
Okay, we can play the Zombie Chow, slam the Zombie Chow, and then battle rage for 3. I'm serious.
Oh, God. Do we want a card or do we want 2 damage? It's a 4 damage swing. I think I'd rather just have 2 extra damage on the Maiden of the Lake, or just to, you know, draw something that we can actually play, maybe. I would not do that. I would just battle rage right now and see if we can maybe play something better than a Zombie Chow, or with the Zombie Chow. Because you're basically trading a 4 damage swing, right? 2 on his minion and 2 on your minion. And you're trading that for a card. And you're also spending 2 mana on it.
Okay. Oh, King's Defender, boys.
Nice. Good. Kill that, Zombie Chow. Yeah. If he wants to hero power down our Fen Creeper, there's not much we can do.
There's a lot we can do. Isn't that better?
Huh. Maybe.
So now can't hero power Fen Creeper. And if his
Yeah,
turn 4
Fen
play
Creeper's
was
doing
that,
a lot.
then... Oh god.
He can, apparently. But that's fine. He was gonna do that anyway.
That sucks
right?
though.
The Maiden of the Lake staying up didn't really help him. Because he now floats 1 mana.
Damn.
And we can slam to trade the Zombie Chow in.
Yeah, let's do it. Oh, that's not a good draw.
It's fine for now. We're just gonna trade the Zombie Chow and use our weapon, drop stuff. One, two, three, 4. Yeah, he has 2 cards on us.
I don't know, I think counting cards at this point doesn't really do too much. Guy's 4-0 is gonna have some pretty OP stuff.
Okay, so he's at least 2 cards ahead of us.
That's not bad. But I don't know if I want to use Execute right now.
Do we
I
have
think
a
we
choice?
play the mech with double attack, and then we try for a YOLO Brute.
Play the mech with a double attack. Okay. Yeah. No, you're right.
Is
I
that
like
the best? We just
Yep,
save
I like that
Execute.
best.
That's the one way
Yeah.
we save Execute.
Yep.
And
I
I
like
think we need it, because he's 4-0. He's going to have an Iron Bark. There's no doubt.
Yep.
Okay. Is he going to hit or not? I'm going with never lucky. I'm going face. What do you think about that?
I always go face.
Damn. Face is not the correct play. Actually, maybe face was the correct play.
It doesn't really matter, right? What
Yeah,
he
it
does
doesn't.
with
It
Fairy
doesn't really
Dragon.
matter too much.
Yeah. Because at most, he like buffs it and he gets a tiny bit of extra tempo for killing the Ogre Brute that way. But then he has to actively kill the Ogre Brute, who can't choose the target anyway, so that's fine. Yeah, he doesn't even want to kill the Ogre Brute. Alright.
Oh, that doesn't help us, but he doesn't know that. So he might really desperately kill it here.
Where shall I strike?
Yep. I'm thinking weapon and swing.
Takes the 4. Well, yeah. I mean, there's just not much else we can do.
We can't execute it. We can execute,
No.
swing, and develop weapon.
Many choices.
No, I want to take some damage because we need to play this Molten Giant. We don't know what the next card is that we're gonna draw. Yeah, and let's see if the 4/4.
Oh, it's playable, so we should probably armor.
Yep.
Wow. The face connects. We're not doing that badly, though. I'm actually surprised. Oh, that's what
Here's the
execute's for.
execute target. If we use our face on it, we take 7 damage.
And we can make the full play.
Yup.
If we only take 4, we can't make the full play. But we increase the chance that the ogre fucks it up. Yellow!
How would the ogre screw it up? Oh, you mean just go face? I'm okay with it, even if the ogre goes face.
Of course he's gonna go face. We might die now, though.
Oh, we're good. We got, he needs 8 damage.
Yeah, that's not a lot.
Or 7. He needs 7 if you include the hero power. He still has to have those cards. We knew he didn't have a swipe because of the way he played. So he needs... No, 7's hard for Druid to pull off in 1 turn, and we're threatening lethal. He needs to do something.
It is pretty hard, but I always just expect the worst. And my thoughts usually come to reality.
I hope he just concedes right now. He just recognizes that we've got him. Because that was a really freaking powerful play, right? We drew the exact card we needed in terms of the... we had a couple options, but we needed to draw a really big card.
I think the North Sea Kraken would, like, ended the game.
Right. There we go. That's a Starfire that he could have used on our face. He instead uses it on that. He doesn't have a swipe, so he's going to have to hero power that down.
If he gets a swipe, that would suck.
Right. If he top decks a swipe, that'd be sick. But he does that. Does he have a 2-drop to play? Oh, he has a 2-drop.
Oh, wow.
Interesting. Well, let's see. See if it hits.
Well, the thing is, we don't get lethal anyway, so... I guess we attack first with the Ogre Brute to increase our odds of hitting something.
Yep. And because we're just going to go face with the Molten Giant.
We
We're not
are?
gonna kill the 4/1. You're going to kill the 4/1? He can't hero power, so he loses that ability. And we armor up, so he needs 6 damage from his hand.
And he didn't have it
without the
last
hero
turn.
power.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Alright. You got me. You got me.
Okay. Now let's hope this doesn't backfire like crazy. Like, you could technically...
Force of nature off the top. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, there was every reason to go face there. He's totally right. But force of nature off the top into traumatic loss. Recycle.
Alright.
That's a new one.
One move. He didn't do it the last turn, interestingly. And he trades, and now we have another 50-50 chance. Oh, and we gotta capture Dramongar. We're good.
Alright, now we have to consider the fact that this ogre has not missed a single time. Do we continue betting on the ogre, or are we a fan of entropy?
No. We're going face. We're aiming him for the face. He hasn't failed us so far, and he does not fail us now. That is game. All right, my predictions are already surpassed. We're already at 5.
All right.
You're right. Magni is way better than Garrosh.
Yeah. Maybe you should just add him as the 10th class in HearthArena to recognize his prowess.
I'm just gonna replace all Garroshes with Magni.
No, you just have him there. It's like, so sorry you had to pick Garrosh. Maybe you can spend $10 to get a superior class next time. Well, we're against the mage here. I actually think this is good. I'm happy to be against the mage.
I'm happy to see a zombie chow. I tossed the both 3s away, but I can understand if you want to keep the harvest golem because I really wanted to.
Yeah, we do really want it to. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2-drops. It's not that much. Yeah, I think you're totally right. I was thinking about keeping the Silverhand Regent over the Harvest Golem, by the way.
No, not this early. Silverhand Regent's a much better later card.
I think it looks really scary. So you just play it on 3. It's receiving something.
Because is he really going to care if you use a Paladin hero power on turn 4, though? Which is really what it would be. So zombie
Alright,
chow.
so here's the big question. Do we Worgen or Zombie Chow?
Oh, I would zombie chow. Because what's he going to do? Coin out a removal?
It does protect us against Mad Bomber as well. Let's do that.
Yeah. He has a removal, he would just like wait a turn. And so we would have to play the zombie chow into it anyway.
That's just if he was going to coin out a 3-2, we'd have better odds with the Worgen.
It doesn't matter. And we get 2 more damage on him to build up to that 5 damage threshold before any damage counts.
I don't think this is going to be that game, though. I think we're probably going to end up healing him next turn, actually. I think he's going to coin out a 3-drop. We're going to play the Frothing, double trade, and get Flame Cannoned.
Well, the first part of this came through.
Yeah.
Arm move is going to be the same. And let's see if we get Flame Cannon.
I'm going to the 100% here.
I think we have a good chance of being fine. Because even if he just has a Frostbolt and he chooses to Frostbolt this here in order to...
Yeah, he loses so much
we're
tempo.
still fine. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Nothing.
This is fine. He's going to Fireball at the next turn, but that's okay.
That's
I'll
okay
let
still.
Shredder get some face damage.
Alright guys, it wasn't quite 100%. It may have been a slight exaggeration from the actual odds of 99.5%.
Of him having one particular class card. Oh wow, is he going to try to take care of the Piloted? That has to be a
It might be Polymorph.
or Conopole.
Okay.
That works too.
That really works if we just get some sweet cards here.
Let's go for it.
Oh, Saboteur, that's sweet. I think I'm playing that, because you can't kill the
You're definitely
Frothing.
playing that. You're definitely playing that.
Shall we put a kink in your plan?
Kink
You should also
plan.
say, I'm sorry, because...
Oh, no, you say...
imagine if-
Oh, thank you.
See, look at that emote.
Oh man, if I was him, I'd be so mad.
Oh,
Alright,
crap.
he has a way to do
He
it.
did draw that, by the way. He top-decked Wolf Rider.
Yep,
That may have not gone down otherwise.
it's okay. We drop 2 more 3-drops, and we eat up the 2/1. Oh, come on, does he have something else? He actually is going to be able to play something.
We'll see.
That's fine.
Alright, well, we gotta try to do a crap load of damage with the cards that get Flame Striked. So, double 3-drop here.
Yep.
We might get brutally Flame Striked, but we might still be okay, because we'll have the initiative after that, and a pretty good swing damage the following turn after this, so...
I'm okay getting Flame Strike if he plays no minions here.
Yeah.
So he definitely has a Flame Strike, or else he wouldn't think this long.
Oh!
Alright. That's something for us to trade into.
She scares me a little bit. Okay, so the Flame Strike is pretty real, right?
Yeah. It's giving us a lot of things to trade into. I'm a little less sure about the Flame Strike. Because there's no good way to do this if we're actually going to try to play around the Flame Strike. I mean, first you throw the Ogre into...
The 2-3?
Yeah, into the 2-3, and then even if it hits the other one, it's fine. See what happens with it.
Yeah, we'll hit the other one.
Alright.
I think I'm just gonna bomb lob it.
Yeah, okay, so the 3-4 goes into the 2-3 first.
Yeah.
And then bomb lob hero power. Alright.
We can... He's overloaded. Oh, damn, he's overloaded!
Oh, crap. Yeah.
Time to
Good
go.
job, chat. Good job, chat.
Dude, this isn't even fair. There's like 2 pro arena players and like 34 people with an average overall skill. 34,000 people with an overall average skill level. That's slightly better than average because you guys have been watching the Kripp stream for mild educational boosts, right?
Yeah, I can't believe I didn't know. This is what happens, right? This is why I like the arena so much.
Yep.
You get thrown into these situations where, left to our own devices, us very good arena players would have made a misplay most likely if the rope was going to push us.
It's not enough,
13.
but it's really close. He just
We're
played.
gonna draw it. We're gonna draw that King's Defender.
I think we just YOLO face and forget about everything.
YOLO face.
I think we might even just play the Maiden in the Lake because he'll trade with the Gnomish, which means the Fen Creeper will clean up.
Well, no. What if he flame strikes? The only thing. Oh, you mean he trades into the Maiden of the Lake with it?
Right.
All right. I'm okay with that. He loses otherwise, right? He needs a flame strike to even be in this. And we have both of our weapons to draw into.
And the Kraken.
And the Kraken. Do we have anything else?
I am freed from the curse.
That's it. We have 3 outs if he flame strikes, and then we still have the Fen Creeper that he has to take care of.
Yeah. Well, the Fen
If he
Creeper,
doesn't take-
he takes care of it with the board. It's just we stall.
Oh, right, and the ping.
We stall really well. Like if we play the Fen Creeper first, we have more
Oh,
problems.
okay, we just win.
Yeah, most likely we've won, but I think at 6-1, you have some pretty nice options here.
He needs freeze, and if he had freeze, he would have played it the last turn. Yeah, we just win. All right, 7
Oh
wins.
damn! Exceeding expectations. Oh, we're against Hunter. That's really favorable with this deck.
Really? Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
We have a lot of taunts. Yeah. Well, keep the Shrinkmeister, toss everything else.
The
You
Yeti's
get a
really
1.
good though.
The
The Yeti's the best 4-drop, and how hopeful are we really that we're gonna get more early game?
That is true.
I'm gonna keep the Yeti. I'm gonna
Okay.
greed keep the Yeti.
Let's greed keep the Yeti. I'm not too.
We just redrew the Abomination. I'm not even kidding. There it is.
Well, we're setting up for us not curving out. That's fine. Probably not going to end up curving out.
Oh,
that's good.
hard countered. Oh, we're getting all their 4-drops now just to make me look stupid.
It doesn't matter if in the next 2 turns we don't draw a 2 or 3 drop. It's still not. It would still be the
Is
right
he gonna
move.
bow this? Oh, don't Leok. Oh my god, are you serious?
The one time it's not Huffer is the time that you need it to be Huffer. Alright. And if the next card is a 2 or a 3,
What could have been?
that's when we should.
Holy crap, dude. What's a tiger?
Yep, so it didn't matter. Just drop something that he has to take care of. I think the Evil Heckler is good. Save some face damage. Or
The
actually,
Yeti.
if you Yeti, you can Abomination if he's greedy. So let's see if he's greedy and just goes face. I would be greedy if I were him.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd be greedy if I were him, but
Oh, who's a good
oh my fucking god. Is this real life?
Hey, this Evil Heckler's pretty good. I mean, this Abomination's pretty good.
What? We're not Abomination here.
Alright. Well, we can seed the Tiger.
The only way we win this game is by killing that Leok, and the only way we're doing that is with the Tiger. What?
Nope. We're dead. You know, one more turn before we can Dark Iron and Shadow Word Death the target. Meanwhile, we have to I
Yeah,
don't think we have a choice.
yeah, we have to do this.
Yep. Hit it. Drop the Worgen. Yep. Sure.
Why would he Glaive first? Oh, he's just going for it?
Well, now the Abomination does a little bit of work. Hit the 3/4, play the Abomination, heal up the 4/4. You could Shadow Word Death, hit it, play a Dancing Swords, but I think the Abomination is... Because you can save the Shadow Word Death to play on something else. Like, we got more turns coming up.
This is the play.
Oh, you're gonna try to get the taunt out as well.
Oh, he can't kill the taunt. And he doesn't have face damage because he didn't attack with the weapon last turn.
That's a good read, yeah. Oh, I could kill it with the Holy Smite. Oh, I would have traded the 4/1 in because then you keep the 5/1 alive.
Oh, did I screw that up?
Well,
It still dies.
yeah.
We can A-bomb, like YOLO bomb here. He doesn't have damage. He would have just used it already. I think it's the YOLO bomb time.
Alright. I would Dancing Swords. I think we have one more turn before we have the YOLO bomb.
I
don't
like
think
the
you have a
YOLO
way
bomb.
to remove it, but at the same time, I don't know what it's doing for us.
Well, it's a higher damage ceiling, kind of.
Not really, because we have to trade away both our minions.
It's also a taunt,
Not the same.
which is nice.
I think we could have gotten more use of it later. Ooh. See if we can get that Shadow Bomber value. Shadow Bomber, heal our face. I think that's a better bet than the Grand Crusader. Because you got a 50-50 chance that you can just trade your Dark Iron in. Whereas who knows what the Grand Crusader is going to give you.
What do we even heal?
Our face.
Do we heal our face?
Well, because
Is
we
that
wanna
the only?
trade it
Is that
before
the only
too.
chance? Is that the only chance we have in this game?
Unless you want to think the Grand Crusader is going to get you something like...
I think you're right.
ridiculous.
I think this game is a 50-50 right now.
Yeah.
Oh, merciful!
Alright, we're alive. We're always one of his direct, like a kill command draw away from dying, but we're good until then.
Holy crap!
Heal our face, it'll kill a spider. Oh, Grand Crusader first, maybe.
Does it matter? No.
I don't know. Maybe we'll get something.
Yeah, maybe we'll
Good
get a 4
consecration.
that we like. Oh, that's not gonna do anything.
Heal our face. Kill the other two things. Don't use the Demolisher.
Do we kill the other two things?
It's a beast. They're beasts. I guess they get beasts anyway, but they won't be able to attack.
He would have had lethal with kill command anyway. So.
Yeah, but like Houndmaster.
Yeah. Like we need to win this game really soon. All right. Well, the A bomb is going face.
Yeah, the A-Bob's not
we
face,
we
right?
already know that. And the
Uh-huh.
2/3 is. Hold on. Can we set up for lethal?
Quickly.
If we do 6, he's at 11. He has to take 6 damage. He has to take 5. We have lethal anyway, so the two needs to kill one.
Mm-hmm.
Can here we have 11. If he has to attack that, we still win. So let's just go
Okay.
for it.
Yep. I think that's the safer play.
6 plus. Oh no, he doesn't, because the A bomb kills the Shadow Boxer. We're 2 off
Well, he
lethal.
has to get rid of the...
Oh, King Crush. Well, that's not lethal.
No.
Because he can't hero
I mean,
power.
it-
Oh my god! Oh! He missed lethal!
Oh, wow, he had lethal. I missed lethal, too. Okay, so now we can... Oh. Don't Shadow Word Death that yet if you're going to play the Mad Bomber.
Am I gonna play the Mad Bomber?
I don't know. Are you gonna play the Mad Bomber? If not, you play the Quartermaster. Quartermaster is neither gives us lethal the next turn.
Yeah, it does. I think the Bomber hits 3 face. I only do 5,
Yeah, but then you
7.
might as well Bomber now, because then the Bomber deals 3 damage to his face too, so it only has to deal 2 to his face. And in either case, if that's your play, you heal your own face. Quartermaster is the safe play because he won't die the next turn, right? Like next turn you can heal your own face and then Bomber, and you definitely won't. No, you'd still die if he doesn't kill it. I don't know. I think it's a huge risk. Whichever way. Just pick one and you gotta do it quick. Either way, you heal your face.
Okay.
Because if you play the Bomber, if he hits your face once, then you're dead. Otherwise, it's a better play.
Yeah. Also,
whether
if
we have to take that
if the
risk.
Bomber killed the Crush, then that'd turn out really well. He just did he tracking to tracking? No, he just doubled. He just had 2 trackings.
And now I'm guessing he has some kind of reach.
Oh god.
Alright.
Well, if that's explosive trap,
can't
we
attack
don't
phase.
want to attack, right?
We don't want to attack anyway. If it's a bear, we also don't want to attack. We just can't attack. Which is not a good position to be in. So let's drop the light spawn.
Well played.
Yeah.
On the flip side, he only has 7 cards left. Oh my god, he top deck an explosive shot.
Yeah, we're dead.
No, we're not. This is the Bomber kills this, heal ourselves, temple, and force it, and make the most epic comeback in the history of Hearthstone.
Let's do a Bomber.
Damn.
Nope.
Alright, well, he missed lethal once already. This is really hard to miss, but... Damn it.
Yeah, this is really hard to miss.
The beast will obey me.
Jesus, this guy's actually a pretty decent deck. Holy cow.
Yeah, he could.
That was like
lethal.
crazy amount of damage. Okay,
Alright, so this first pick
yeah, we got...
is Molten Giant, Mini Mage, Frost Giant.
Yeah, we're generally not going to pick Mini Mage. I think it's a pretty okay card. Warriors do get some spells, but a lot of those spells kills the Mini Mage. So we're not really in favor of those. So it's between the Giants. Molten Giant's way better if we get a lot of weapons, and Frost Giant is way better if we get like a controlling deck. But controlling decks probably need a lot of weapons anyway. I don't know.
Exactly. When a warrior does a controlling deck, I think you'd still use your face a lot. Because that's the only way you can control anything.
Yeah, so I think I don't know, I've never had Frost Giant option as a warrior. I've never even seen Frost Giant played as a warrior. So I'm just not sure how good that card is, but I think the Molten Giant is solid enough in general. Probably a little bit better than the Frost Giant.
Yeah, I think it's definitely the Molten Giant. Because with the Frost Giant, that card's not going to get played until like turn 20. Right? You have to like, armor up so many times
No,
to make it worth it. Like at least 3 times, right? You don't want to play it as 8 mana 8/8.
Yeah, you're right. Frost Giant's probably better on other classes. We don't have to hero power as much.
Yeah.
Let's go with the Molten. Oh, next pick we have King's Defender versus Fencing Coach versus Sparring Partner. I actually don't like the Sparring Partner very much as a card. It's just I don't really like King's Defender much as a card, and I feel it's not a very good weapon.
Yeah, it's not a good weapon. It's just it is a weapon. That's kind of all that that it's coming from. And we're still early. We may get into the point where we really want 2s, but Sparring Partner generally is kind of just like a 3/2, right? With like a little bit of an upside. I mean, as often you're probably going to use them to taunt your opponent's minion to like bring them out of the taunt so you can hit them.
20 minutes to draft 0/3. Yeah, that's going to be epic. Alright, so I clicked on the King's Defender. We're going with mostly your choices here. You are responsible for this run. The weight is heavy.
Perfect. I'm responsible for bringing up my warrior average from a 1.5 to like a 2.
Yeah, wow. Alright, then we have Whirlwind, Execute, and Shield Block. I would easily go with Execute, because most of the time when I'm winning with Warrior, I just like have a huge tempo turn on my opponent. And Execute just lets me do that, while the other 2 cards won't.
Hands down, I'm with you.
Okay. Then we have Shattered Sun Cleric, Earthen Ring Farseer, and Ogre Brute. I kind of like Earthen Ring Farseer, but we have some negative synergy with the Molten Giant. So it's probably between the Ogre Brute and the Shattered Sun. I actually think it's not that likely that we're going to be winning on turn 3. Actually, it's not likely we're going to be winning at any point in the game because they're playing
Yeah,
Warrior.
I'm with you on that.
So I think Ogre Brute is probably better than Shattered Sun.
Yep, completely with you. HearthArena has them all kind of the same, like within 2 points.
Okay.
I'd take Ogre Brute here too, especially with no 2-drops yet. Yeah, right. You don't want to have to play the HearthArena. There's 3 mana, 3/3, heal your own face, and think, ah, crap, I have a Molten Giant in my hand.
Next pick, we got Worgen Infiltrator, Evil Heckler, and Orgrimmar Aspirate. I've never had the option to pick the Orgrimmar Aspirate, but I don't think I'll take this one. I think both cards are better than it. And I'm usually pretty biased to premium 1-drops. I don't like 1-drops, but I know how important they are, and I know Worgen Infiltrator is one of the best ones, so I'll take it over a good 4-drop.
I go either way on this. HearthArena wants an Evil Heckler because it sees the King's Defender synergy.
Oh,
I
okay.
care a little less about that. I think a 1-drop is important. We don't have a 2-drop yet, so that could be a replacement 2-drop if it needs to be. I could go either way on this. It's a little too early. We don't know what we're going to get, and we need both the 4-drops and 1-drops.
All right, well, this is your call, but
If you're leaning towards Worgen Infiltrator,
Yeah.
I'll go the Worgen Infiltrator.
All right. Well, we can keep that in mind.
Yeah.
We picked the Worgen Infiltrator over the Heckler. Oh man, punished. Another King's Defender. Oh man, no taunts. No taunts. Actually, we have King's Defender, Sunfury Protector, and Arcane Golem. So we can use Sunfury Protector as a 2-drop or as an augment to our existing King's Defender, or we can get another King's Defender.
Ooh,
I think
HearthArena has this 2 points apart.
I think it probably favors King's Defender, but I would pick the Sunfury Protector.
Yeah, it does favor the King's Defender. I take the Sunfury Protector at this point too. I
We
don't
have
need
the
two of
Molten
same
Giant
kind of
synergy too.
anti-tempo weapons.
We can maybe
Yeah.
like attack something big just really badly just to get a super crazy tempo play and taunt it up. Alright. Next card we have Shield Block, Maiden of the Lake, and Raid Leader. These are some pretty trash tier picks. I mean, Maiden of the Lake still isn't that bad, even though our hero power is the worst one. I'm actually curious how much worse Maiden Lake is for a warrior compared to the other classes, because I know it's worse. I'm just curious how your system quantifies that.
We have it about like 10 points worse than what I would say like an average class is, because it doesn't do much for any class really, as
Yeah.
far as the arena goes.
It's still better tempo play than Shield Block, so I think
Yeah,
we
definitely.
have to consider Maiden Lake versus Raid Leader, and I think as bad as Maiden Lake is, it's still probably slightly better than Raid Leader. And I say slightly. I
It's a
think
lot better than Raid Leader.
I think Raid Leader is one of those cards that's not rated very well on
Really?
HearthArena. Yeah,
Oh,
I think
man.
Raid Leader's
You're not
okay.
the only one. I think pretty much everyone thinks Raid Leader is underrated, but I can't move it up. It does so little.
All right, well, let's pick the Maiden Lake. I know what I'd pick
Infantry?
pretty easily here.
Oh, Gnome Gun.
No more gun infantry, yeah, whatever. There's basically
well,
two
no
cards
more
here,
gun
and that's not one of them. Where it's Fen Creeper versus River Croc. Oh man, I spoiled it. It's spoiled.
I take the Fen Creeper. We want another taunt. We already have 1 taunt. We're gonna get 2 taunts. This King's Defender could get some value, and we already have 2 drops. It's still pretty early in the draft. I'm not comfortable about 2s right now, so I would take the best card in here, which is the Fen Creeper.
Yep, Fen Creeper boys. Alright, to follow it up, we have a Spider Tank versus a Spiteful Smith versus a Kor'kron Elite. This is a tough one.
That's rough. Yeah, that's rough. Yeah, HearthArena has Spider Tank and Kor'kron Elite within 0.5 points, which means it's basically not making a decision for us. I like Spider Tank like a little too much as a drop. I would take the Spider Tank over the Kor'kron Elite.
Actually, the funny thing is, in my mind, I wouldn't consider the Kor'kron Elite equal to the other 2 cards. I'd drop the Kor'kron Elite. I don't think that's a 4-drop either. Kor'kron Elite.
Oh, so it wouldn't even be in consideration for you.
I mean, I'd consider it, but then if I had to narrow it to 2, I'd immediately go to the other 2 cards. So I'm surprised you didn't mention the Spiteful Smith. I think Spiteful Smith is just a solid body, and it doesn't even matter if your weapon triggers or not. It's just like crazy threatening and might as well have taunt. So it's just a really good card. For 3 drops, we have the King's Defender and the Ogre Brute, which are really solid. Spider Tank's really solid, but sometimes Spider Tank doesn't really work with Warrior because you're missing that 1 damage. I think I'd still go with Spider Tank, but I think Spiteful Smith is considerably better than the Kor'kron Elite.
I take the Kor'kron Elite over the Spiteful Smith. It's the same amount of attack for 1 less mana. You get the initiative. The Warrior is always like kind of in this need for initiative. And the Warrior, yeah, I like having things that attack with the Warrior that's not your weapon. Because otherwise you're kind of limited to just one
Yeah.
extra attack on the board. You're not like a mage or anything. So I think he gets a little extra value from that.
People are
I think
basically rioting right now to just fucking pick the cards. Let's just pick the
Okay.
card. There we go. All right.
Let's take the spider tank. What's
We got the
next?
Spider Tank. Next, we got Rare Alistraza's Champion versus Saboteur versus Injured Blade Master. So I don't believe we have any combos with Injured Blade Master. No, we don't. Saboteur is basically better than Injured Blade Master unless we get a heal, which we could have had with the Farseer, but we ended up going the Ogre Brute nonetheless. We don't have a dragon, and I don't think we're particularly likely to get one.
Completely with you. Just take the Saboteur.
Yeah, I was
I'm
actually
okay taking
thinking
the
of
Saboteur.
taking the Alistraza's Champion. I don't feel the Saboteur
just
really
for the
does that
2-drop?
much. The
I
Saboteur's...
really like Saboteur.
You really like Saboteur?
Like, as a card, I like it better than we have it rated on the tier list. Because the tier list is rated between me and Merps, so some of these cards I'm actually higher on than the tier list actually says, even though the tier list has my name on it. Saboteur is definitely one of them. I love this card.
Okay.
You see so many, like, mages still, right?
Yeah.
Or, like, rogues, and you can just completely stop what they want to do, which is to ping your minion.
That's true, but if we get a dragon, that card's nuts, and even if we don't have a dragon, it's okay. Saboteur just dies to a 2-drop, so I don't know. But okay, your call. Let's go Saboteur. Then we have Archmage versus Flame Juggler versus Evil Heckler.
I think it's definitely the 2-drop here. We're almost going to take Alex Strauss's Champion over a pretty good 3-drop. So
Yeah.
here I think we definitely take a premium 2-drop.
Okay, well that's what I would
To
do.
your opponent.
Evil Heckler's still pretty good though, but yeah. We have Silverhand Silverhand Regent versus Nightblade versus Thrallmar Farseer. I mean, we basically have 2 trash tier cards. There's not really much to talk about here. Yeah. Then we have North Sea Kraken versus Mukla's Champion versus Kvaldir Raider. We all know the North Sea Kraken cannot be beat. We might consider like Mukla's Champion if we had like a really good aggressive deck, but we don't really. We just kind of have mostly middle of the road quality creatures, so we can't really expect to be winning on turn 5.
Yeah, just take the North Sea. I don't know how far this deck is going to last, but the other cards are not doing anything, right? Kvaldir Raider's great if you have a hero power that does anything. The Warrior doesn't.
Right. Next up, we got Bomb Blobber versus Arcane Nullifier versus Shield Maiden. This is like a really obvious one, I believe. Bomb Blobberino.
Lobber.
If you play Shield Maiden and they play Boulder Fist, you just wasted your 6-drop. And you can't have many 6-drops if you plan on winning games. Next up, we got Cult Master versus Zombie Chow versus Thrallmar Farseer. This should be pretty interesting. I know the Zombie Chow has a much higher score than the other 2 cards.
Yeah, I would definitely take the Zombie Chow.
But
we have one drop.
Cult Master's
we'll have
pretty
2
good here.
1-drops.
We do have some synergy with Cult Master. We have the Silverhand Regent.
Oh, to generate the 1/1. Silverhand Regent isn't going to be more than a 3-mana 3/3 because we're not going to hero power on the early game.
No,
It's like a
we have a
late
lot of
game hero
3-drops
power
though.
thing.
We might use it late game.
Yeah, but I don't think that is a win condition. But I think we really need the board. We're not going to come back onto the board.
Okay. I think I'd pick the Cult Master. The
You
more I
take the
keep
Cult
looking at
Master
it.
here?
Yeah, I think
Oh
so.
man, I take the Zombie Chow so quickly.
Okay.
Because we need the curve and the Zombie Chow is such a premium card that we can build out our 2 still and then still get on the board.
We got Demolisher versus injured Kvaldir versus Jeeves. Jeeves has never been kind to me, and that injured Kvaldir crap. I know it's a 1-drop, but I'd still probably take the Demolisher over it.
Yeah, I take the Demolisher. We're trying to build a more tempo deck the way this is looking, right? It has a lot of small cards.
Pit Fighter versus Ironbeak Owl versus Execute. I like Execute, but we don't have many triggers for it, and we already have an Execute. I don't really like Owls in Arena. I know they're okay in some cases, but I just don't like them.
Just take the Pit Fighter. It's the best card here.
Yeah.
We have 1 Flame Juggler to trigger the Execute. That's kind of it.
Yeah, and that's pretty random. Alright, then we got Slam versus Stoneskin Gargoyle versus Frostwolf Grunt. Let's just call this one quick here. Got the Slam.
Let's get some 2-drops.
Well, we got one. We got the Bone Guard Lieutenant versus the Warbot versus the Silverback Patriarch. Wow, the game is making our decisions really easy right now. Alright. Oh my god.
More 2-drops.
It happened. King's Defender versus Frothing Berserker versus Angry Chicken.
Alright, as much as I like the King's Defender, the Frothing Berserker is insane. That's like a win game kind of card. I can't take a King's Defender over a Frothing Berserker.
I'm like 100% against you on this one.
Yeah? You want a King's Defender? I thought you didn't like that card that much.
Yeah, I don't like that card that much, but I also don't really like having like a 5th 3-drop right now. I mean, Frothing's alright for 3, but he's still usually just trades. It's not that threatening in Arena, because you can't combo him. I talked about like overdrafting weapons. Well, we certainly haven't done that And we have weapon synergy with a Molten Giant.
The King's Defender is kind of also 3 mana, right? You don't really escape that 3 mana slot by taking King's Defender. If this was like a Death's Bite or Arcanite Reaper, I definitely go Death's Bite, Arcanite Reaper. But it's the same mana slot, so I don't really see it's a huge difference. And some of our drops aren't really like we can save them and get more value out of them, right? Like Demolisher, if we don't have the board, Saboteur we could save against most classes, Silverhand Regent, you were talking about using it late game. So I would take a Berserker here and kind of shift some of those other cards to be more late game cards where you play 2 cards on 1 turn on turn like 5 or 6 or whatever.
I think King's Defender will kill the same thing Frothing will kill almost every time, plus you still have the weapon, and we're really light on weapons. If we were not light on weapons, it'd be like a really easy decision for me to pick the Frothing. But like if this was the 30th card of the draft, I'd pick this in like 1 second.
Yes, I'm with you. I'd take it too. But we still have what, like 10 cards left?
Yeah.
We got like if we only have 1 weapon, or even if we only have 2 King's Defenders, this run is not going anywhere to begin with. So I sometimes just assume that we'll get stuff.
Alright. Well, you got your wish. Arcanite Reaper versus another Stone Skill Gargoyle versus Lord of the Arena. Yeah, exactly.
One more. We getting that War Axe?
Now we have Mad Bomber versus Piloted Shredder versus Inner Rage. This is like another non-pick. It's just automatic piloted shredder. There's nothing to really talk about.
HearthArena right here, and I'm with you. I would take the piloted shredder, but HearthArena, it wants a Mad Bomber for the tempo because we are desperately in need of 2 drops as it turns out. And if we don't get enough 2 drops, the whole deck kind of falls apart. But at the same time, if we don't have anything to play on turn 4, the whole deck falls apart too. And I'm going to take the piloted shredder here. I'm with you. I'm going to go against HearthArena here.
Also, I'm pretty sure we might just get a Mad Bomber out of the piloted shredder. You know, there's a 2-drop in there. And we got some more trash tier cards. I think this is Thrallmar Farseer number 3 or 4 versus Tauren Warrior versus Captured Jormunger. Oh yeah, baby, let's go. Jormunger time.
All right, there we go. Jormunger. One more big card. We can use it.
Oh, well, we got Captured Jormunger again. Versus War Golem
like
versus Kvaldir Raider.
I'm debating between that and the Kvaldir Raider. Because
Yeah.
the Kvaldir Raider can grow bigger if we start... We're going to have to start armoring up, which is kind of weird. It's either the Captured Jormunger or the Kvaldir Raider.
I think I like the Jormunger over the Raider because it'll take out more stuff. And we can like beat up the big stuff with executes and maybe slams. And the Captured Jormunger is like just gonna dominate mid-game cards.
So you look at the Kvaldir Raider, if it comes out on turn 7, it's a 6/6 rather than a 5/9, which is not as good, but immediately on the next turn, as long as you use your hero power again, it becomes better if it survives. And at 6 health, it'll probably...
Then it's a 9 mana 8/8.
Yeah, well, you could look, but the hero power at that point may not be too anti-tempo. Or maybe you're just playing it in the late game when you don't have it. I think there's an argument to be made here for Kvaldir Raider. And HearthArena has it 6 points higher. I'm leaning towards the Kvaldir Raider because we already have a Captured Jormunger, and they're the same size in my book in terms of how big they are.
Okay.
Kvaldir Raider's a little more flexible, I think.
Alright, so you're going to the Raider?
I'm going to go with the Raider here. I don't think it's a big difference. But
I think I would have picked the Jormunger, but I don't really mind that too much. Now we have the Refreshment Vendor, the Funnel Cake guy, versus the Direwolf Alpha versus the Stone Splitter Trog. I think Direwolf is also a card that is heavily underrated by HearthArena. Just throwing that out there before you give
have it at
your...
a 58.
Yeah.
I don't know that we're going to have many things to buff at this point. I think we want a solid 2 with the Trog. I'm okay with the Direwolf. I'm not completely against it because we have some 1-drops, so that makes Direwolf really good. But we have to draw those 1-drops. Otherwise, the Trog is just kind of a very safe play. We definitely are taking one of the 2s.
I just feel like a lot of our creature are 2-attack, which is not good. Like we even have Zombie Chow. Like one of the craziest backups to Zombie Chow is the Direwolf. Like crushing their 2/3. We also have the Flame Juggler, the Sun Fury. We have the Demolisher. Bumping that to 2-attack can be a big deal. We have the Silverhand Regent for synergy. We have the Maiden of the Lake. Even buffing a Spider Tank out of range can be sick. Even the Piloted Shredder crushing a Yeti is huge. We have the Taunt, the Fen Creeper. It literally hits our entire deck. This is like really a no-brainer for me.
Deck. Okay, I could go with the Direwolf.
Did I sway you?
Yeah, I think you swayed me.
Now we have Harvest Golem versus Raid Leader number 2 versus Charge.
I don't know where, because the Harvest Golem is crap in this deck right now. We don't need another 3. That's like the last thing we need. But it's such a good card normally.
Yeah.
I'd probably still go with the Harvest Golem.
Okay, I'm with you on that. Charge would have been cool though. Harvest Golem's fine. Alright, now we have Battle Rage versus Goldshire Footman versus Orgrimmar Ass Pirate.
That's going to be very easy. We take the only card that's worth anything here, which is the Battle Rage.
Alright. Have the Tauren Warrior number 3 or 4 again
God.
versus the Worgen Infiltrator versus the Clockwork Knight. I believe we have like 2 mechs. Oh no, the Harvest Golem, that might be 3. So we have the
We have
Shredder,
a lot. Shredder,
Spider
Tank, Harvest Golem, Demolisher.
Demolisher. Okay.
Still, I take the Worgen Infiltrator. I'm in desperate need of 2s. We got that Wolf now, which makes the 1s all that much better.
We have like 1 solid 5. Let's say 2 with the Arcanite Reaper. But you don't always Fen Creeper on 5. You don't always Bomb Lobber on 5. You actually are not going to Raider on 5 unless you're really desperate.
I want the lower curve right now very badly.
Okay.
Especially because we went with the Wolf over the Trog. So now
Alright.
this is a good way for us to fill in that low curve.
Bolster, baby! Bolster! We got Bolster versus Cog Master versus Kobold Geomancer. Some real winners here. We have Sun Fury Bolster combo. That's like something,
We do.
I
We
guess.
could have had a lot of evil hecklers to bolster.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does it have to be Cogmaster? We do have 4 mechs. The Kobold Geomancer has Slam as its only synergy, but it is a better drop on turn 2, and we may have nothing else to play on turn 2.
Yeah, the main problem is we don't actually have a 2-drop mech. I think if we had like the same number of
Yeah.
mechs, but they were lower curve, it'd be more effective. How far are we away from Bolster being the right card?
Bolster is pretty much never the right card. I think we're like 5 taunts away.
Okay.
6.
Alright, so what are you calling here?
HearthArena wants Cogmaster by 4 points. I'm okay with that. It's
Cogmaster?
one more thing for the Wolf.
Alright,
And
Cogmaster
by
it
that I
is.
mean I'm unhappy and our deck is still crap.
Last pick, we got Abomination versus Mind Control Tech versus Fencing Coach number 2. Man, we can get such tempo armor ups. It's crazy.
Abomination. I think it's an easy pick here. I don't want to play MCT. We have too many 3s. If they have a big board, we're just dead. I don't think MCT is going to help us get back.
No, I think that's totally insane. Because if we have a
Yeah.
lot of early game, then Abomination is just worse card. Like, if Abomination was... Like, Abomination's abilities are a liability. So would you take a 3-mana 3/3 or a 5-mana 4/4?
It's a 5-mana 4/4 that taunts, and we could always lose the board, right? So
Yeah, that's when you
Mind
play
Control
MC
doesn't
Tech.
do anything when you lose the.
Oh, there's a lot when you
Mind
lose the
Control Tech,
board.
you have to do one more thing on top of Mind Control Tech in order to sort of get the board back. Abomination, you're right in that we're trying to get the board really early on, and we wouldn't play Abomination on turn 5 as like a tempo play or anything.
I mean, does HearthArena kind of estimate the fact that we're going to play like 70% Paladins? Because, like, Mind Control
No.
Tech just works against that.
All right. I'll take. I'm okay with Mind Control Tech. I don't feel that strongly about the Abomination.
Alright. Yeah, we only have the piloted Shredder and the Maid in the Lake. And HearthArena wanted us to get the Mad Bomber instead of the piloted Shredder. Oh my god! Well, good thing we corrected it a little bit. You got to predict how many wins we can expect to get. Like, what do you think we'll end up with?
Man.
Considering
I'm
the
gonna
fact
go
that you
with,
just went 1 win and 2 win in your last 2 Warrior runs.
I know. This is a way worse deck than my 1 win and 2 win deck.
And the fact that it's possibly a lot harder to play against people because most of the players we'll be playing are going to be watching us play the deck against them.
Still, I'm gonna go with 4 wins.
4 wins.
It's just such a crappy deck. We have 2 weapons. We have not enough late game to really do anything in the late game. We have 1 draw mechanic, which is a win condition, and that's it.
I actually think the deck's all right. I'll actually predict. I don't want to be the sleazeball to predict like 5 and then we get like 6 wins and I laugh at the situation. So I'm gonna man mode up. I'm gonna predict 6 wins.
Oof, that's